if someone asks of me to do it. And how do I do it? By feeling. As we are told in the 17th chapter of Acts, happy is the man that feeleth after him and finds him. He's speaking now of God. For in him we live and move and have our being. He just got through speaking to the Athenians, and he said, O men of Athens, I see that you are very religious, but I notice over your temple an inscription to the unknown God. Now, the one you worship as unknown, I will reveal to you. For he is not a God afar off. He is near, that you may feel after him and find him. For in him we live and move and have our being. So the God of whom I speak is never so far off as even to be near. For nearness implies separation. No matter how near he is, that's not the God. Can't be near, because I am he. Be still and know that I am God. That's what you're told in the 46th Psalm, the 10th verse. Be still. Why? That you may know I am he. I am God. So the fundamental sin of Scripture is the lack of faith in I am he. As you're told, you will die in your sins. That is, you'll die missing the mark, unless you believe I am he. And before that the world was, I am. Before Abraham was, I am. But I am can't be near. That's the core of my being. I can say, I am a man, but that's something near. I have a hand, that's near. I am rich, that's near. But before I can say anything, I must first establish the sense of being, and that is, I am. So I must first be before I can be anything in this world. And so the lack of faith in that reality is the fundamental sin. So here, I share with you what I have discovered. I have discovered that your own wonderful human imagination is one with the Spirit of God. And that you can enter any state in this world, and on entrance, it ceases to be a flat surface depicting reality. It is reality. Why? Because you are the reality who dwells in it. Wherever you are, things are real. If you are not in it, then they're not real. They go back to their flat surfaces. And all things exist in the human imagination. We are called upon to select that state in which we will dwell, the state that we will enter and make real in our world. And I do it by simply feeling. What would the feeling be like were it true? How would I feel were it true? And how would I see the world were it true? Then I feel myself into that state and try to give it all the tones of reality, all the sensory vividness that I can. If I can give it sensory vividness and tones of reality, even though I do not see it, it will work. But sometimes it becomes so vivid and so intense, you do see it. And the whole thing opens, your eye opens. And then the whole thing is real. And there you are in an entirely different world, the world of your dream. But because you entered it, it is real. But whether the eye opens or not, it will still work, may I tell you. This is the law spoken of in Scripture. And because no creator in the world exists but God, He is the only one, He has to create good and evil. If there is good and evil, God does it. If there is darkness and light, God does it. He said, I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. and none can deliver out of my hands. We think a devil kills and God makes alive. That the devil wounds and God heals. It's God who kills and God who wounds and God who makes alive and God who heals. There's only God. Read it in the 32nd chapter of Deuteronomy. I, even I, am he, and there is no God beside me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal, and none can deliver out of my hands. And that God spoken of in that chapter is seated here in everyone who is seated. And that one in you is the Spirit of God, and the Spirit of God is your own wonderful human imagination. So blame no one in this world for anything that befalls you.